Hi, Dr. Karen here with another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. Well, this week I'm actually on vacation. Yay! uh, but I did want to share a few things with you. Now, I had a friend email me some pretty disturbing news about just how much we are being controlled in terms of the various different vibrations and frequencies out there that are supposedly mind controlling us, and the things with geoengineering, the chemical spraying in the air, the toxins in the food, the pesticides, also GMO foods. There's just, the list goes on and on and on. And here's my take on it. Yes, there's a lot of things out there that are bad for us, and yes, there is definitely a concerted, organized effort to keep people as sheep and not to think for themselves. And yes, it is very easy to entrain to the common consciousness. However, if we are in fear of those things, then we can manifest more of what we're afraid of. Why? Because fear is a really big energy. It's one of the lower vibrations. And if you are afraid, that's a pretty big vibe. That's a pretty strong energy. So we will tend to manifest or co-manifest things we don't want just by worrying about them. So I'm not saying put your head in the sand. I'm not saying, ignore that there are some definite problems on the earth. There's definitely things that are, you would say, attacking, the average person to prevent them from really thinking for themselves or getting to their higher consciousness. But fear isn't the way. So what we got to do is we have to empower ourselves with that knowledge. Say, okay, things aren't great, and wow, I found out yet another thing that doesn't make me feel very good about how things are going in the world, and what am I going to do about it? So this is my suggestion. One is honor your feelings first. So if you suddenly go into fear and you go, oh my gosh, this is horrible, sadness, anger, whatever, that's okay. Honor how you feel, and then you could say, okay, I'm done. You can let that go and then be for what you want. So what will you do once you have that knowledge, that empowers you? Now, you could try to pound it into people's heads that don't want to listen, or, that are stuck in mass consciousness, and try to change them. It's not a great use of your time. I would say stick around with the people in your tribe, the people who already vibe with you, who understand and agree to the same things that you love and things that you're passionate about, because it's a heck of a lot more energy that you gain from being around those people. They nurture you, they support you, that kind of thing. And then how do we get out of fear? Well, you can go into love. So guess what? Even if those vibrations are so-called bad for you, whether it be cell phone toxicity or some other brainwashing criteria, guess what? You can use your tools, your energy tools, such as my favorite is muscle testing, because now there are some issues with muscle testing accurately for certain people. But once you have this as a tool, it's not 100%, but it is very, very helpful, because with the body code, we can actually find vibrations that are not healthy for us locked in our energy field and quickly release them within seconds. So you might have the toxicity of a pesticide or a mold toxin, or some heavy metals raining down from us from the chemtrails, but you can find those energies in the body, and your muscle test will say yay or nay whether you have it or not, or maybe it's hidden, but you can just check every day and see if you highly suspect you have those negative vibrations, and then release the frequency from your body. And that way I've become much less, let's just say, symptomatic from electromagnetic radiation. In fact, in the past, I could not stay in the same room as an iPhone without totally going into some sort of headachy, dizzy spell. I was that sensitive. And sometimes when I tell people they're lucky because they're symptomatic, they look at me like, why? I said, because your body's telling you that something is not right, something is not good for you. I feel bad for the people that never have a reaction to anything, because they can eat all sorts of crap, and it isn't until they get cancer 20 years later that they get the signal, okay, that wasn't very good for me. But for those of you that are sensitive, sometimes it's a gift, to be that sensitive. So your body's telling you, hey, there's something that's not cool. I can walk into a restaurant and start feeling something and realizing, there might be entities here, and okay, so I want to enjoy my meal here, so we're just going to heal all the entities in this building and put a protection shield so I can enjoy my meal. And then it happens, and then the symptom goes away. How cool is that? So you don't have to worry about these awful, so-called, terrible things happening in the world. You can be empowered with that knowledge. You can avoid the things you can avoid, and the ones you can't, just change your frequency. Vibe up. People are always talking about having a higher frequency, but sometimes it is not all about blissing out. Okay, blissing out is great, but if you're not grounded and you forget to pay your bills or put gas in your car or whatever, you're actually not in a higher vibration. So one of the things I love to muscle test is how well am I integrating the ascension energies. So I check physical, mental, emotional, energetic, and see how well those spiritual energies are integrating in all those different areas. And I want that to be over 95%. And if it's not, then you can go ahead and release whatever imbalances are preventing you from integrating all those areas 100%. And I do find that I have much more insight, intuition, energy, bliss, if you will, by doing that on a daily basis. I know I'm asking you a lot. You don't have to do it on a daily basis, but I love doing it on a daily basis because I do so much energy work. The ascension energies just go super, super fast. So I do have to be careful that my physical body can keep up with those vibrations going up. We're going to be talking a lot more about this stuff at my Holistic Healing event, May 14th and 15th. So I love for you to be with me then. And, the Lake Clear Lodge is so beautiful. You should check out these rooms. It's right by this lake with this amazing vortex. So one of the classes that I'm doing is body dowsing. So intuition through body dowsing. We're going to use your body. And for those of you that haven't had a lot of practice or don't really know how to do muscle testing, we're going to start with doing self-muscle testing. And I'm going to show you some of the tricks that we use to get this more accurate for you. And here's the thing. There are some people with some blocks. Yeah, actually some blocks that prevent them from muscle testing accurately. And we're going to be releasing those blocks that day. It's going to be energetic. And I'm not going to tell you the secret, like what we're going to be doing, but you just got to come and check it out. So I'd love for you to come, and it's such a wonderful tool so you can figure out all sorts of things. And on day 2, when I do my introduction to the Tulpacan healing method, I'm going to show you my method of assessing, then healing, then reassessing to make sure there's been a shift. With these wonderful archangel energies, you're going to be attuned to these energies, so you'll be able to do self-healing. And I'll even give you my cheat sheet on what I've been doing every day for myself and what you can check off in yourself too. One of the greatest things to check is hydration. So check every day, how well am I able to absorb water, assimilate water, utilize water in my body. So check those things, get a percentage, and then ask, am I drinking the right kind of water? Because if the answer is no, then ask, well, what kind of water should I be drinking? Do you need structured water? Do you need to add Willard water supplements to make it wetter? Do you need to stop drinking tap water because there's so much fluoride and chlorine in it? Or is that fine for you? Or maybe you need, a little vibes up wrap, around your water bottles to help increase the vibration of your water. I'm not sure what it is. So these are really cool things that you can check every day. So go to www.karenkan.com/conference 2016, all one word, karenkan.com/conference 2016 to get some of the details on the Holistic Healing event that I just do once a year. And again, love to have you with me. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be fed wonderful, wonderful food, both vegetarian and paleo options for you. So register soon because the early bird deadline is April 15th to get a pretty deep discount from the 2 days. For the 2 days, go to the Conference 2016 page, check it out, and also the rooms go fast, so if you want your pick of rooms, you definitely want to book those as soon as you can with the Lake Clear Lodge. All right, so stick with me. Next Monday, we're going to be talking with Dr. Dennis Lobstein about detox. Ask the Doctor's show for LifeWave. We're going to be showing you how to do the 5 elements, Chinese medicine elements detox with all the different meridians in the Chinese medicine you know, the fire, the water, the metal, the earth, you know, the wood. We're going to balance all those meridians using this protocol. So stay tuned for that on Monday. And also, if you know anyone that's gone through cancer treatment or is going through cancer treatment who wants to know how to detoxify using the LifeWave patches in a gentle way, Dr. Dennis is going to give us some tips on that. So just stick with the mailing list so you can get the email when that link is going to be live. So Monday at noon Eastern, I'm going to be talking to Dr. Dennis Lobstein about these 5 elements detox, and we'll see you on Facebook hopefully. All right, take care everyone. Have a wonderful week.